Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Have you ever seen somebody and envied them because they just reek of positivity? What is it? What are they doing? They walk in a room, people gravitate toward them. They're always in a great mood. There's usually never anything really negative going on with them. Well, we're going to drill into some of that today and give you suggestions for staying positive. How do we do that? We're going to find out. Sheri Atcheson joins us again. She is with Paramount Mindset. She's also an amazing life coach. And good to have you back, Sheri. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. And I have to tap into being positive. I wake up happy every morning. And back in the day when I managed, I used to design liquor stores and set up casinos and all that stuff. And I'd get crews together like at 6 in the morning. And I literally irritated some people because I was always happy and, hey, let's go. And people aren't awake that time in the morning. Over here in Montana, they need their coffee, they're grumpy. Not everybody is, but I irritated some people because I was always happy. I always wake up happy. I just do.
I I wish I could say I always do. It's not that I wake up in a bad mood, but like today, I woke up and I was like, I don't know do I want to go to the gym? I don't want to. I just took a walk with my dog, and that was beneficial. And maybe
Yeah.
that's one thing to be positive about is to wake up happy and grateful. Is that like the first thing on your list of things to be positive?
Oh, it is. And it's just it just comes natural with me. And I did not have a great life, but I just learned the tools and it's my choice. I choose rather to spend my valuable time, precious time, to be positive and optimistic and happy than I do to be ever reflecting on the past or just kind of living um just within bad memories, bad circumstances, because it doesn't get you anywhere anyway. So I choose to make the best of it all the time.
So how about some of those other things that we can do to be positive?
Oh, this is so exciting. So I want to share this with you. So one thing is like think about your environment and you can actually bring so many positive things in. And one thing is the sound of water. And this hits your sense of hearing and stuff. But if you can put in an indoor water fountain near you or near your bed or around your office or your desk area where you work, and just kind of hear that trickling water, which I just got myself a real cool little fountain that has like this crystal orb. So I've got light and I have that sound of water, but it just really kind of keeps you at ease and it's relaxing no matter how stressful your day is. You kind of hear it in the background and if you have it near your bed when you're sleeping at night, it really soothes you. So
Yeah,
that's
I love that
great.
idea, and I had one. My daughter hijacked it, so it's in her room. But the one I'm referring to, it's small. It's only like this big. You
Yeah.
put water in it. It's got these, artificial rocks, and it just kind of trickles down between one. There's an LED that kind of lights it. Um,
Yeah.
can't be expensive. I'm talking maybe $25, 30 at the most. Um,
Yeah.
but you continually hear that trickling water, and it's so it's almost hard to explain. It's calming. We're made up of water. If you go to the beach and hear the waves,
Yeah.
more times than not, instantly you feel great. And that's another thought too. You can just call up on YouTube, sounds of waves. It goes on for hours. Put that on in the background.
Yeah, literally, or hearing a stream or anything like that. I mean,
Mhm.
just that sound of water is so soothing and relaxing. So that's definitely something that you can incorporate. And it isn't that expensive. I paid like $30 for mine. So it's not that much, considering what it will bring you. So that's an excellent thing to do.
Yeah,
And then
I wanted to share this because I just had a thought. This is how my brain works. You massage it and things come out. When you think about it, like ocean sounds, so calming, right? And white noise, which is another calming thing that a lot of sound devices, even clock radios, apps, you can find the sound of white noise. That's
yeah.
water. So it stands to reason why it's calming to hear the sound of water. I actually used to put what I just referred to. You can also find on even Spotify, 3 hours of just ocean sounds. I used to play it in my backyard all the time. And
Oh, that is so cool.
no water nearby, but yeah, it just felt good. Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, some more tips on
Love
being
it.
positive. What do you got?
Okay, so here's another thing. Take off your shoes and walk around barefoot, whether it's on your carpet, on your floor. If you go outside, feel the grass, or walk on the beach and feel the sand. Just really tap into that sensation of what you're walking on. It's really cool. However, I don't walk on rocks because I don't my feet and rocks, little pebbles. I'm way too sensitive. But walk on a surface where and just really feel it. The grass, the dirt, or just in dirt or sand or something, and just get that sensation under your feet. Go to the park, take off your socks or your sandals or whatever, your shoes, and just walk around. And
Hmm.
it just gives you a chance to breathe.
Well,
Just
they say it's grounding because you're connecting with the ground, and I'm going to share that I literally just bought and just took it out of the package, not even more than 20 minutes ago, a grounding mat, which this goes to the ground lug of any outlet in the wall. Don't worry, there's no current, nothing flowing through. You're not going to get electrocuted or anything like that. And you just put your bare feet on a grounding mat or on the ground and just be
yeah,
grounded. I had another crazy thought. Why do you never see animals cranky, grouchy, and negative? You think about
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I
Where they-
I I swear I must have the demeanor of a dog. I'm not lying because they're always happy, they're always loving. They don't seem
Mhm.
to really get an attitude with you. And yeah, and they're grounded all the time, aren't they? They're just
Right. That's where I'm
walking
going with that.
around. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I'm so happy you bought a grounding mat because that's also another sensation to put on your feet. So, you are just right in it. That's awesome.
$20, not kidding. $20 and that and then you
Yeah.
can't go wrong with something like that.
Yeah, it's the little things, just these little things. It doesn't cost you an arm and a leg, and it brings you just so much happiness and that sensation. So I'm so proud of you for doing that, and how interesting that we clicked on this today because
Yeah,
that's what we were
seriously.
talking about.
All right. Other positive things that we can do to stay in a
Okay.
uplifted mood.
Okay, so another thing is to have plants around you.
Hmm.
And and okay, I have to admit, I'm not great at growing plants. Like I don't have a green thumb, but I do try to get the plants that don't die easy and I can take care of. But there is something about like having something living around you, and some people can have like plants that bloom and you just kind of watch the flowers bloom. If you have, like, I have a philodendron plant that's really easy to grow. They grow fast and healthy, so it's kind of fun to watch how it grows, how the leaves kind of open up and everything. And I can't kill it very easy, and I'm not neglectful. I'm just, it's like once a week I water plants. So
Mhm.
those are the kind of plants I need. But I think just having something living around you, a succulent of some kind is really sustainable to have in your office or in your home. So that also just kind of keeps you in touch with nature a little bit, and it's just amazing that sensation that you have
Yeah,
around you.
I totally agree. And it's funny. I'm not going to show you, but I have a plant that I've had for 3 years and walked in today and it's like, "Mwah." It's like hanging and it's begging for water. But the thing is, it's just what you said. It's one of those plants that give it a little bit of TLC and some water. And I know it's not going to die. It'll perk right up. But yeah, low maintenance. That's definitely the key for all of us. In that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was researching like months and months ago, I saw this thing where they actually did a study where they had two of the identical plants in the same atmosphere, and or was it plants or rice? Oh, it was rice. Okay, it was rice. And they talked really bad to one bowl of rice and they talked really good to another bowl of rice. And the bowl of rice that got all the negativity turned brown and
Wow.
icky. And I know there's other studies on that, but I was really amused by that. And I thought, well, this is why people talk nice to their plants.
Yeah, and it does make a difference. The plant flourishes when it's positively reinforced. How? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, another thing you can do is your sense of smell. Like if you smell like real coconut, that could give you this tropical vibe, like just take you somewhere exotic, just that smell, especially during the summer now. Really embrace the smells, even if you like have an orange or tangerine or pineapple, coconut, instead of just munching on it, dig the smell of it and just kind of embrace that smell. And then to relax too, another smell is lavender. And just some kind of soothing smell to keep you calm and relaxed. So, we're trying to hit all the senses here. So if you can have something to, like wake up your senses and take you to an exotic place, that's great. And then lavender to soothe you. Mint's a great smell. So I would just play around with different types of smells if you can.
I have to ask this question, Sherry. Do you have a camera in my place? Because everything you're saying,
Do I?
I, this is right here. This is lavender
Oh, good.
and very calming. You can put it on pressure points or on your pillow and sleep better.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
How funny. It's sitting right here.
See, you're doing awesome. You got the sense for, well, your daughter has the water fountain.
Yeah.
You've got the pad for your feet. You've got the plant. You're on a roll. You've got the lavender. So I'm
So
so
funny.
proud of you.
Ah,
Okay, oh yeah, let's see how you do with this one. Okay. All right. So the next one is eat things to boost your serotonin level.
hmm.
And what boosts your serotonin level, which makes you feel happy and stuff, is bananas, eggs, pears, celery, and don't forget chocolate.
Wow. Wasn't even aware. Interesting.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. And actually, milk chocolate, well, the darker the chocolate, the healthier for you. But sometimes if just a little bite of chocolate makes you feel good, it really does boost your serotonin level. Bananas, eggs, celery, all that stuff. So,
Didn't even know that. And I was just before you said it, was going to mention dark chocolate because yeah, it's been proven that it has many health benefits for your heart and lots of other things too. But serotonin, didn't know that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And so, like, if you're at work and you have, I would stick some little dark chocolate in your desk. Don't tell your coworkers because they'll want it. But, if you just need that little boost, just take a little tiny bite of that, and it's amazing what that does for you. Or use it as a reward.
Yeah.
Let's say you finished a project, use it as a little reward. You don't have to go all hog wild and stuff. So, um,
Great tips. We're talking
yeah.
to Sheri Atcheson, who is a life coach, and you can find her at paramountmindset.com. And it's all about positivity, tips on how to live a more positive life.
Yes.
What do you got next?
Yeah. Okay. And to finish off with eating, you can actually eat. Your body doesn't produce essential oils, but you can consume essential oils, and this is good for your overall well-being and feeling good and stuff like that. So you also want to eat oily fish like mackerel or sardines. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what mackerel is, and I really don't care for sardines. I'm just saying, I don't.
Same here.
Yeah,
Uh,
but you can get it through avocados, olives or olive oil, and natural unsalted nuts or seeds. So,
so what are we getting from those food items?
those give you some of the essential oils. Essential oils where, like people say, like take fish oil
Yes.
or stuff like that. It's really healthy for your body. It's healthy for your blood and your immune system and everything like that. And you feel better because you're actually, providing these essential nutrients for your body. So that actually boosts your level as well of feeling happy, believe it or not. And it's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
they're healthy for you for
I
sure.
think it's the omega-3 in those
Yeah.
because that's also in nuts and lots of seafood.
Yep.
But yeah, fish oil can get the job done. I will only say this, and this is based on a friend who is a nutritionist, and he always told me if you're going to take fish oil, the expensive stuff does make a difference. So if
Yeah.
you're going to walk into your local pharmacy and just grab something off the shelf, it's probably not going to have the potency or the purity that you're looking for. So I'm just sharing what they shared with me, and he's um, very adamant about that. Like, if you're going to do it, just do it right. Cost you a little bit more, but worth it.
Yeah, and I'm right on the same page with you because I also researched that as well. And they make some really good high quality omega-3 oils. And it's where they farm the fish to get this and how they process it and everything. And it is well worth the money rather than just getting some fish oil. You really want to do your research and buy the higher quality because it
Yep.
just does you a world of good to do
Yep.
that.
I think if I remember, Nordic Natural, Nordic, was the one brand that he mentioned. It's been a long time. Got to get back on
Yeah.
it, actually. Thanks for the reminder. I forgot. I wanted to get back on the fish oil. Yeah.
No worries. So, and then last but not least, this is my favorite thing. Okay. So, um, take a walk in the rain and just feel the rain hit your face and not worry about getting out of the rain, but just take a moment and just feel the rain hit your face, or take a walk in the sunshine. And let me throw in my little disclaimer here: wear sunscreen, but feel the warmth of the sun on your face and on your body, on your skin, and just really absorb it and feel it, and just feel nature on you. It's so soothing. It really makes you happy, and just turn out the world for a minute and enjoy and embrace the sensation that you get.
Hmm. Yeah, we take that for granted, but what a great feeling that is when you just feel the warmth of the sun and you just kind of stops you in your tracks and you're just like, that just feels good.
Yeah, yeah, it does. And well, it's like when it snows here, when that first the best snow that I love is actually it's between the end of the winter season and the beginning of spring, and you get these really big wet snowflakes.
Hmm.
And that is so cool because it's not super frigid outside, but it's so fun. That's when you want to catch snowflakes on your tongue and just, it kind of just let the snowflakes kiss your face. And it's really super cool. Or if you have a warm, soft rain, just feeling that for a couple of minutes is awesome, as well as the sunshine. And, it's just puts you back in touch with nature a little bit and kind of gives you the sensation kind of like washing you clean of all your worries, so to speak. Even the sun does that, just kind of just, melt away all my worries. And so it's really good for the senses.
It's interesting you say that about the cleansing, I guess, of our soul. If you have crystals, there's a lot of crystals. You got to check. You can't just put any out there, but many can be replenished or cleansed in terms of their energy properties in the sun. People put them in the sun or moonlight sometimes, depending on the crystal.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, no, that's what I have for as far as hitting all five senses, including ingesting, good things for you to, these are easy things that you can do that will help boost your happiness.
So we've got Lisa checking in from Orlando, Florida, and she reached out with the instant feedback line, instantfeedbacksteve@gmail.com. She says, love your talk about being positive. I found that keeping a journal works really well for me. I thought I'd share that with you and everybody watching.
Oh, that is so awesome. So, Lisa, that is great to do. One thing that I do to add to what you do as far as journaling goes is I have an alarm on my clock or on my phone that goes off at 11:11 because for some reason that's my angel number. I keep seeing it all the time. I'm one of those people. So it goes off at 11:11 every single day. And after it goes off, I write in my gratitude. I have this little gratitude book, and I just write a sentence of what
Hmm.
I'm feeling grateful for at that time. And that definitely makes you feel happy. It reminds you to be grateful. So keep doing that, Lisa. That's awesome.
Sheri, I love your tip too, where a lot of us, when 1111 pops up, somebody will post on Facebook or Instagram, make a wish. Well, that's great and go for it. But why not take that 30 seconds like you're doing and reflect and propel the positivity? I think that's great.
Yeah, yeah. It works for me. I just love it.
What do you do when you're feeling negative? Let's be honest, we all, go through it from time to time. Might be a situation, might be a thought. How do you steer out of it?
A lot of times that happens in the shower. Seriously, that's where I do a lot of thinking. The feeling of the shower washes away my worries. It really does. Just, I just look at it as cleansing my mind from top on down and washing away any negative thoughts and anything that I have. So when I'm in the shower, I just close my eyes and that negativity comes, those thoughts come to me and I just go, just wash these away. And then once it washes away and goes down the drain, I can't get it back.
Hmm.
So I do a mind game that way, especially if I'm feeling down. And maybe that's why I'm happy every day. Because if I have any negativity, I take my shower in the morning, bam, I
Oh,
wash it away, start the day.
interesting way to look at showers and be positive. Somebody recently told me too, if there is, let's say somebody in your world that's just a downer or they do things that are negative and impacts your life, whenever you have that thought, instead of thinking about that person and just seething like, think of something cute. Could be an animal, could be, your dog or whatever it might be. Put them in that spot. And people tell me that actually works. I know it sounds ridiculous, but as soon as you have that thought, think of something cute. Or you can think of some place where you'd like to be on vacation, whatever it might be, but the cuteness level seems to work. That's what I hear.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. And, I happen to have someone just like that in my life. And if I tap into their energy,
Hmm.
it is so debilitating and it just would wipe me out, because I'm an empath. So I tap into people's energies like super easy. I'm right there on the page with them. But when it's someone who is habitually negative, I cannot do that. So I look at them and then I it's not that I'm not giving them attention for because what they have to say and what they're trying to communicate is meaningful to them, but I have to look at them almost like a cartoon character,
Hmm.
and that way I take the emotional part of it out. I'm still paying attention to them, but I look at them as a character and or a character in a movie, and I can view them without getting my emotions all tangled up in it. And that allows me to stay level headed, and they can't bring me down with them because it's I've been there too many times and it's
Yeah.
detrimental. So I don't allow myself to do that. So that's how I do it.
Yeah, and it's interesting because if it's a cartoon character or a stick figure in your mind when you're dealing with that person or even thinking of them, you're emotionally disconnected from it. So it's just like it's almost the wall comes up, and I don't
Yeah.
agree with that. Don't let that come back in.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's like that way I can still listen to what they have to say, but I just can't tap into it emotionally,
Yeah.
especially if they're trying to put you down so they can make themselves feel better. And that's what happens a lot of times with negative people. They will try to feel better, and by talking to you, they've got to somehow rise above you somehow, so they make themselves feel better. And it happens to so many people, and it's like I can't let you put me down. I'm not going to accept your gift of putting me down. So I'll just view you as Yosemite Sam or some cartoon character. I'll listen to your issues, but I'm not tagging along. So
Yeah. And I have a friend who is an empath. Pretty sure that she is. And same thing, she takes other people's energy. She works as a nurse, and it's she needs to recover from working because
yeah,
all of that energy from patients and things like it's like overtakes her. It's almost
yeah,
hard for her to function.
yeah. Well, you have to tell her to make sure she takes time for her so she can recharge her battery.
Yeah.
Because it can, and like when I do hypnotherapy with people, it wipes me out, but I have to recharge, and then I get right back at it. So.
How often can somebody do hypnotherapy? Let's say it's, they're dealing with let's say healing. Let's say they've had
Yeah.
a trauma from the past and it's affecting them now. I guess it's all subjectionable depending on the situation. But if you've done hypnotherapy, once, maybe twice, when would you circle back to it? Or if it needs to be many sessions, is it once a week? How does that work?
Well, so the hypnotherapy I do is rapid transformational hypnotherapy.
Gotcha.
And this was from Marissa Peer, and the whole concept behind this was that you don't drag it out. So we have techniques in place to where it's like you try to resolve the issue right then and there with that one hypnotherapeutic session. And then it takes anywhere from 21 to 30 days, if not longer, to reprogram your subconscious mind, because I help them clear out all the yucky stuff and we put in the good stuff. But with like my 6-month program that I have that involves the hypnotherapy, if I need to, I offer that session at 3 different times, but that means handling 3 separate issues depending on how deep the problems are. So, but it's pretty successful with just 1 session.
Wow.
And then you just work on that. Yeah, because I don't believe in dragging it out. It's like, let's get you better so you can live your life. And I don't like to drag stuff out.
Is RTT, the sessions, extremely short as well? I thought I heard like 20 minutes. Am I right about that?
Well, that's like for the the transformation part of it. It's about 15 to 20 minutes long, but it could take about, in total time, it's about 90 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's how long it takes. That includes, the discovery and getting through all that stuff and the transformation. So.
And can anybody do that? Are there people you've encountered that just can't crack the shell? It doesn't work.
Some people you can't crack the shell, or you can't take them back to like memories. But what you can do is if you can't see anything when you take them back to scenes like when you were a kid or whatever, what you can do is help them embrace the child that they were and love that child, because that's where a lot of problems come from, is not loving who we are. And so there are other methods to get through to people like that. And, and then some people say, well, I can't be hypnotized. But when you watch a TV show and you're trying to talk to someone and they're not listening to you because they're so engrossed in the TV show, that's actually like being hypnotized. The person watching the show. And that's kind of like what it is. You're like in this trance, you're really involved. Or when you're driving and you don't remember where you drove. Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. So
I'll share with you real quick before we have to go. But before we met, I had a virtual hypnotherapy session, and it was just what you described. I don't know if I told you this. It was. I knew where I wanted to go. I wanted to go back to my childhood. I know, what's going on there. Not that it was so bad, but it impacts everybody when you move forward in life. And just what you said, Sheri, is part of what I did, was embracing myself as a child. And I felt like I was there, like I went back, and, I had to hug myself as a kid. Yeah. My eyes were closed. I didn't even look, on a Zoom video. I was crying, and it's like, all right, tell that child that's sitting right in front of you that you'll always be there for him. And it's like, whoa. I know it sounds cheesy if you haven't experienced something like that, but very impactful. Definitely made a big difference. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's effective and so cool.
Yeah. And that's what you do, along with coaching as well. ParamountMindset.com is your website, and you do a free discovery call or a free consultation, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I love what we talked about today. Now we just have to act on it and stay positive.
Yeah. Just do those little things.
Absolutely. And I'm on my grounding mat right now. So I checked the box on one of those things for sure.
Good job.
All right. Great talking with you, and looking forward to getting together sometime soon.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
when I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, I mean, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned.
This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.